Hey guys, welcome to our very first episode of our Throwback Thursday race day. Today we are racing in the BMW 320 Group 5 Turbo class. We have 15 other cars just like it. We just finished qualifying. We got pole by about just over a second. These cars are very tricky to drive. They're very snappy. The power band is until about $7,000, and once the turbo kicks in, it's like driving on ice. But they're fun cars. This is going to be a great series. I know the next car we have a vintage Formula 1 car, and then I know we have a bunch of other vintage cars, Porsche GT1, we have one of the old Mercedes prototype cars, you name it. We have some of the old Lamborghini Diablo GTRs, stuff like that. So now we're going to hop in to do a 20-minute race. It's an endurance style type race, rolling start, drive until the time runs out. So this should be fun. Who the heck knows what can happen? These cars are very unpredictable, and honestly, I'm just trying to keep first place, and let's see what happens. this sector I don't like. Sector 3 of this track. That's what I seem to get all the time on. Oh, do need that turn. Shifter's going now too. Such a good race till it wasn't. My tire was gone. See if we can pick up some positions here. guys, a little disappointed that I just went too deep into the Corkscrew. I got a little bit too happy, I think, and there was still, 4 minutes left. Anyways, I like these series. I don't care if I win, if I wreck, if anything. It's these cars. Number one, you saw how snappy it is. The power band was just outrageous. From 6.5 to 9, it just wants to snap. And I think what happened was I took my qualifying tire setup and brought it into the race. So I think maybe if I had hard tires, I would have had more grip. I think some of the other guys probably were running the same thing. So hey, our first Throwback Thursday ends in a 6th place, so that means we can only get better from there. So next week we have one of the Lotus F1 cars from the late 70s, and we're going to be doing Monza. So that should be a fun track. So very excited. Make sure to go check out our other series on YouTube and follow us on all social medias. And until then, we'll see you Sunday for Sunday Race Day with the LMP2 car at the Red Bull Ring. And then next Thursday we got the vintage F1 car on Monza.